Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of our 4th Age Total War Dorwinion campaign. We're in the middle of another battle in the trees against the Bjornings. At least this one favors us a little bit, where we are not the attacker. But we'll see if this works out. We've got a lot of cavalry we've got to deal with here. And I think we're doing okay, but we're getting another unit right behind us. So we got to beat them fast. Alright, let's bring the general over to this side. Not as fast as I was hoping. We're doing okay over here. We've got some archers in on this, unfortunately. Alright, there they're gone. Great. Let's get up here. Alright, and there's their general. Shoot. Alright, so the Barding militia needs to help. And we're otherwise just holding out. Alright, you guys can actually turn, hit the axes, and then roll up towards the flanks. But we are taking a lot of damage here. These Woodman Riders are really not a joke. It's the only cavalry unit the Bjornings get, but it's quite efficient. And look at this. We're down to 8 men here on our general's bodyguard unit, 7. And they've got decent enough morale. Only 5 men. All right, good. That's enough. Jeez. Absolutely nightmarish. Let's hit the Woodman axes. And where's the big Bjorning axemen? The big scary axemen are right here, but now they're broken. Good. Everybody run. Man. And our cavalry is very, very chewed up. There's the general going down under some arrows. Alright, we don't have the message, so someone has not yet decided to retreat of their own volition. We'll see if we can push that along. We're over on the western side of Mirkwood, just made it through the forest after fighting a battle in the middle of the woods. And we're outside the settlement of Grimhold. And in fact, this... Okay, yeah, just gonna say, they're looking a little stronger than I thought next to my riders. That settlement has a bunch of troops inside of it, and we lost almost 300 men here. So we're not really in a position now to do another fantastic, battle. So we may be in a bit of trouble. Let's see, what's this? Okay, this is the attack of Holt, and I knew this was coming. We've got big armies right nearby, led by the king. So this is not a problem. We'll just auto-resolve this. We're going to lose the city. I knew that was going to happen. And we will just come back and take it again.
Ready to ambush.
Okay, so here's the forces that we have right now. There's Grimhold, stuffed full of guys. We can't do anything with that army. So, and they've got another army right here. So, let's see. Yeah, we just moved back here. Get the armies together. I think we have to combine troops.
Captain.
Yep, and then we can, let's see. Okay, we need one more.
Yes, Captain. Sir. Mark. Waiting to
All right, this still is not very good.
Combining troops.
But I can't combine too much more. I can do a couple of cav units, but I'm not sure that there's much point. I guess, yeah. All right, I mean, we could start heading back through the trees, and maybe that would be the better move, honestly, to just avoid those generals getting annihilated. We've got a pretty strong force here, so let's head up in this direction, deal with this army, and we can move him. Maybe we want to move him back here. Perfect. Some nice longbows. Move them up here. We've got more longbows here that we can move down to. Let's wait until we've got that army in a better position. But up north, we've also got a spy who is just checking out Dale. And it looks like they're keeping, for the most part, inside their settlement here of Framsburg. But they have moved a couple of guys out. This force here, it looks like it's headed east. And I've got enough to see them off, but if they decide to have any friends come along with them, I won't be able to. So we've got, fortunately, we've got men here to defend, but we may be called upon to do much more than that. So, is it worth abandoning this? We've got North Rune. We've got a couple of stacks here just sitting for a very long time, keeping North Rune under siege, with the goal of keeping Rune off of our backs, right? Keeping these guys out of our face so that we don't share a border, so that we don't have to go to war with another giant faction east of us. So far, that has been holding. We have not managed to get these guys as a protectorate yet, which would solve a lot of our problems. If we did, we could move both of those stacks west immediately. We'd start getting more money. So hopefully that will happen. Let's take a look at the royal family. I guess we can't. All right, royal family's in here. Hopefully there's enough of them. But in a couple of turns, we'll have to give that another shot and see if they'll accept. All right, Bjorning's going to hit us, and this may be it for the army. Lieutenant Burr. Okay, far less cavalry here, just 2 units total. One of these Bjorning axemen and a lot of archers. Balance of power does not look good, but we don't have a choice to retreat. And it's going to be another battle in the trees. Alright, that last battle really hurt me much more than I expected. Alright, so what's this? Foresters. Okay, so these are the light skirmisher types. Here's my infantry, such as it is. We got 1 good unit of Dorwinion Watch. The rest is very light stuff. A lot of archers. 4 units of cav, counting my generals. Yeah. Not the best. And they've got a lot of men. And they've got higher ground. And the clear ground is up here, which is so frustrating. I really don't want to fight in the trees, but I have to. And like, I don't even get the benefit of a hill to do it in, because the battlefield ends right here. We've got this water feature. That's not really going to give me anything. You know, I could maybe set up here and kind of rush up for the clear ground. Or I could set up way over here on the left and try to get up here with a bit of trees. Maybe that's worth doing. I think this might be the better option. I don't know. They're still going to be uphill from me. Okay, we take care of the cav, we'll be in a better position. So we're going to do that with all of these guys. We're going to leave the general alone out of it. Yep, and you go right there. Yep, screw you. Alright, hopefully we don't take too many friendly fire losses. They're broken, get them out. Alright, there's the general. That's the only cav unit left. The rest of this army is not terribly threatening. It's a lot of these low-tier woodman axes. It is enough to really hurt me, though. So, and they don't seem like they're going to present their general on a silver platter to me. And they're also keeping their heavies, the Bjorning axemen here, kind of out of range too. Axes on the left. Alright, let's change where we're storing our cavalry. Get them upside of the army and then run them this way. Maybe that'll cause them to divide some of their forces. We come down and try to hit their general. We do have a lot of archers in this, and, you know, that is going to cut them down as they approach. They're very light. All of our cavalry here is still fresh. We're gonna come under fire. And they are peeling away. Oh, is the general going to come up? It looks like he wants to go after me. Oh, yes. Yep, let's pull him. Nope. Yeah, I don't want to fight with all of you guys. All right, let's go back. All right, get my general over here, and everyone else. Oh, come on, let me have it. Spearman right there, Barding's right there. Let's hit those axes. Maybe we can just force a path through. Oh, there's Woodman Spears. Hit them in the flank. Dorwinion Watch. We may as well throw it all in, right? If we can't break it here, you know, we don't have too much hope. This is just masses of people. This is nothing of this is good. Oh, and he's pulling it out. Damn it. Run right through. All you guys kill him. Alright. We got him with the Dorwinion Watch. All of my archers are shooting at him now. Alright, let's change fire, actually. Okay, good. Got a big route going.
The enemy general is running away.
Alright. Just follow it up.
But in battle, it's beyond belief.
They'll rout at some point. Don't worry about them. These are Woodman Spears. Okay, so all the cavalry... Turn around. Where's the Bjorning Axemen? I guess they're probably over here, chewing up my guys. Look at all of those woodmen. Okay, the general has come back. And look at how many losses they're doing with their archers here. Absolutely insane how good they are. But, you know, we're doing the same too. Alright, we gotta stay out of reach of the arrows, guys. Let's go. Alright. Yep. Kill him, please. Great. Those are spears, maybe don't fight them. This is just a messy battle. We just need to save the generals here, I think. I mean, maybe it's not even worth saving the generals. But it's better that than, like, losing the battle, right? And we don't have any other choice. I mean, I guess we could withdraw. Alright, come on, route. There they go. It's just, I don't know if we can get to the archer lines at this point. So we've got to keep them falling backward. Everybody run up here, run up here. And they're, you know, technically a decent-ish melee unit too, so... Alright, yeah, see, they're throwing in. Alright, got them routing. Good, let's just keep it going. Three more units of archers after this one. Holy crap, come on. They're winning. Oh, there's some more woodman bows up there. Right, come on. Yeah, we may be stuck here. 2 men left in the bodyguard. Yep. Oh, gosh. Just... I can't watch anymore. Yep. Alright. That's 2 generals down and an army gone. Very slim defeat. Felt slim. Alright, so what now? We can at least hold, you know, in the east, on the eastern end of the forest.
Captain.
Alright, how's Hjorth looking? We got another spy in here? Got another elven spy or Dalish spy somewhere. Okay, so we need...
Yes, master. Secrecy is
you, and let's get another scout. Yep. A couple of heroes there. Died in the eastern or western eaves of the Greenwood. So, we got nothing here anymore. We wounded them, we hurt them bad, but they got a lot of men, they got a lot of population. I have no doubt that they will be back. And I don't know where this big army has gone. Okay, there it is. It's literally right there. Alright.
Captain. Onward. Orders. March.
Well, I don't want to fight in the trees anymore. I'm deciding that I want to be up here at this crossing. I say screw everybody else. You know, maybe this won't work, but because the Reunited Kingdom is gonna have a bit of trouble holding this, maybe, you know, they might not be able to put together an army that they can push up to Belligant. And besides, they're at war with Rune now, right? So that has been one nice development. Rune is now at war with the Reunited Kingdom, as well as Rohan. So hopefully those guys have another target. Ravanian Falls, I hold the Kelduin as much as possible. You know, Rathwin's going to be a tough problem. But, yeah, that's what we try to do. Meanwhile, we try to save up as much money as we can to get this to 100,000 so we can get a protectorate out of them and bring some of those troops home. Alright, maybe... I can actually bring you guys down to Esgaroth for training. Yep, we're just going to stand there. Now this army could get around, so I have to move him. But I can't, so end the year. Yeah, there goes Holt. Alright, am I in the open? This is a family member. He's a guy who probably just got promoted. The terrain really matters here. So I'm gonna make a save. You know, I would instinctively like to withdraw to get to the crossing. Perfect. The reason for the save is that sometimes things are a little buggy or a little weird when you withdraw from a battle. Sometimes I've had it happen that your army just, you know, evaporates. Usually it's when you don't have any place to retreat to, but I just like to be safe. Alright, so here there's 2 crossing points. You can see them here. Fortunately, we've got a big fat cavalry unit, and we've got all these foresters. I assume they're going to be crossing here. I don't know why. Yeah. should start murdering their archers pretty soon. Good. Slingers can hit them. They can't hit us. It's too bad we can't hit them, though. But I guess we've got the same range. Yeah, look at all these bowmen. I'm worried that they're going to start marching across the river, because they can. Just like we can give move orders into the middle of the stream, they could do the same thing. And then they could, you know, outnumber us with arrows. Alright, time to move, guys. You're attacking me. Alright, they are moving. There we go. A bit of a FPS drop there. I'm not sure what that's about. Sometimes it happens with crossings, though. Yeah. They're like all bunched up there. So let's turn. Maybe that's the issue. Oh, I don't know what's causing this. Alright, well, apologies for that. We're having a really bad slowdown. I'm not sure if Windows is updating at the moment or what's going on, but we managed to just outlast them. They decided to withdraw. So we beat them back at the ford. It was not a decisive victory, I would say. But at least they are not going to be attacking again. So I'm not sure if that is going to be the case for all the battles at this location. Man, I hope not. And I'm quite sure it isn't always, because I have fought battles there in the past. Alright, so yes, our new policy is to kind of turtle up here for a little bit. I felt like we were kind of close here, but maybe I bit off more than I could chew. So, we're going to sit here. We've got a couple of generals, and we've got a crossing that we can defend. We're going to wait for opportunities, and we'll send... Let's see, yeah. We'll send a spy over here just to see how things are in the passageways in case maybe there's an opportunity. But I think what I want to do instead is use this. We can get down through here, send an army along the north eaves, and then down south rather than fighting in the trees. That'll allow us to get a bit better visibility and maybe fight on some battlegrounds of our choosing. Like right here is a particularly good spot. You can set on the crossing, put Old Fort under siege, and then attack it. So I think that's going to be my ultimate aim, to come down from the north that way. We could also try coming down from the south, right? Just going through Rohan's territory. But in order to do that, we do need some armies. So we're making 5,000 next turn. We're just shy of 10 or 100,000, which is where I want to be typically for protectorates. But let's ask. Accept overlordship, offer almost 100,000. And that's a no. Alright. We are getting close to the point where I'm thinking, if we're in an emergency, we could pull out of North Rune altogether and we'd have the two stacks. Now, the generals are probably not good anymore because they are... actually, this guy's surprisingly supplied. What about you? Well supplied. I don't know how that's possible. But anyway, those guys are in better shape than I would have expected. But they are aging, so they're not necessarily the best generals. They're not necessarily the best armies either. But next turn, we're going to have over 100,000. Maybe that's going to make enough of a difference. I'm not going to attack Holt until it looks a little bit emptier. Then we will. Yeah, I'm afraid Rovanian's done for. There's just... I don't think there's anything I want to do to try to save them. You know, they're at this settlement here. This is it, right? No, they also own Thrimfeld. For now. So yeah, I think instead we've got to decide to defend ourselves because we can't be spending all of our money and efforts fighting their battles for them, which are going to lose. So, it looks like we have lost the spy. Don't know what happened to him. But we can restore the herbalist. Let's end the year. Oh, there we go. Good. Good, good, good. Killed an elven spy. And we are now over 100 grand. Alright, let's try to just maintain that. We'll wait until our usual time. And then hit them up with another offer. So, do I have time now to take a stack north and west?
Sir! Sir!
I think we've got the men for it. We could...
Yes, Captain! Sir!
Okay, you guys can't be retrained, though. Okay, so we'll send you two
Captain!
somewhere else. Yodor actually probably can't retrain him yet either. Okay, so they'll end up like at Rathwin.
Sir! Move out! No more moves!
Send you up here.
Captain! Sir!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 archers, 1 unit of cav.
Captain! Captain!
Oh shoot, nope. Don't do that. Go into the city and then out the other side. There we go.
Captain!
I think I'll leave him as is for now. Can't train anything in Hjorth. Don't really want to spend for it.
Orders!
Let's go for 1 more archer. 1 more of these retainer longbowmen.
Orders! Captain!
Yep, see, they get kicked out. So maybe this problem will take care of itself, right? Like, if we keep having the Reunited Kingdom running into this trouble here... Oh, my spy gets killed, of course. 93% chance. Yep.
Watch and wait.
Alright, you did it. Now they're at 60. 60% public order. Let's get a spy.
Captain!
Yeah, I don't think I want to move him off of the crossing here. Alright, you can live down here. 50%, great. And we'll see who's going to take over Yathin Raw.
Sir! March! Out of move, sir! Captain! Captain! Forward!
Okay, yes, he's the governor. So we take everybody out,
Yes, Captain!
except a unit of spears.
Forward! Ready to ambush! Forward! No more moves, sir! March!
And then we start moving west. This is a half stack. It doesn't have anything really good. So maybe this is kind of stupid.
Your Honor, on my way. Secrecy
I think for now what I want to do is just have it here so I can get ready to move towards the west. Like, the idea is if Dale comes over, we'll have an army in position. And then as I can afford it, or as I feel like I can afford it, I move guys over in that direction. Could we go for Holt now? It looks like a lot fewer men, but where are they really?
Secrecy is assured.
Can I be of service? At once.
Your Honor, secrecy
I don't buy it.
Moving. Moves depleted.
I don't even think they could move that far.
At your service. Secrecy is assured. Moves depleted, sir. At your service. On my way. On my way.
Alright, well, let's use the spy now to see what things look like in this direction. We can head him over there. No attacks this turn, but someone's dead, and it's probably Rovanion. Yep. Alright, there goes that buffer, and we're now right up against Rohan. Oh, the Shire's gone too. And they keep throwing their spies at me. My gosh. Alright. Yeah, they're coming right for me. Coming right for me. Look at this nonsense. Alright, so, you know, the thing I'm thinking is, when do we call this? When do we call this a campaign? I'm not prepared to fight this to the bitter end. I am sorry. So, like, Rohan, you should win. You should win the game at this point. I mean, look, if you're right up against the Kelduin. No sign of public disorder, right? You've got all these great units. You deserve it. You deserve it, quite frankly. So, someone is putting that under siege. Let's see what it is. Can we get the spy anywhere close?
On my way. Moves depleted, sir. At your service.
That still can't tell.
On my way.
It's Rohan. So Rohan may take it, and then may not be able to hold it because they may not have a ton of strong units there. Rovanos has cleared out a little bit, but Eastbite is now full of Rohirrim. So now I don't even want Holt. Honestly, now I need the Bjornings. Right here. I need him right there. Yeah. Let's try one more time for this. This is going to be my my sort of decision maker. We're going to see if they go for Protectorate with like 112,000. If they do, then I'll keep playing, because I can take those two stacks that are there and I can move them west, and we can sort of face the new threat. If not, we're going to wrap this up real soon. Yeah. All right. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to toggle the Fog of War, and I'm going to see what the map looks like at this point. Nope, that didn't do it. There we go. So, yeah, this right here. There's another Bjorning army, which is moving off to the west for some reason. Now, they could have other guys in ambush that I'm unaware of. Let's move him through. All right, no one's there. They do have the high pass, and Tharbad is in control in the west. Wow. Well, that's really neat. They've got Karn Doom, or they're going for it. So, yeah, this is not... I don't think this is a good scenario for me. So, actually, Rohan, though, didn't take the Shire. It was Tharbad, or the Reunited Kingdom. Yeah, who took Mickle Delving, Bucklebury. Tharbad took Undertowers. Let's check the diplomacy. Where is Tharbad with regard to those guys? It's allied with Rohan, so that means that Rohan has nothing to do other than to send troops east, because they're, of course, allied with the Reunited Kingdom. And their homelands are totally secure. They've got Dunkreok, they've got Dunfrecka, and they've got Hornburg, giving them lots of money. So they've got all of Rohan, which is understandable, and then they've just expanded into the west. Now, they don't have that much land, right? This is not the most monstrous Rohan I have ever seen, But just the thought of all of this, I think we call them. We set up a meeting. We say, guys, you've won. You've won. Congratulations. Reunited Kingdom too, doing very well. They are not allied with Tharbad, interestingly, but not yet at war with them. And, you know, if that were to happen, that would be a problem. I'm surprised they're not at war. Honestly, they should be. I think they need Almonsul to win. Maybe not. Maybe this is not on their victory conditions. So they're happy just to be in Tharbad's world up here in the northwest. But down here, they've done quite well. Gotten into Mordor a little bit. And are now fighting with Rune over Saragon. And that's going to divert a lot of Rune's resources their way. But look at this. They took Erebos. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They went over here. No, this is not going well. Not going well for us. So, I don't know. Personally, I'm going to call it here. I feel like this is more than my soul can take. I've put a lot of effort into this, and I've screwed up a little bit, and that's, I think, you know, leaving a bad taste in my mouth about the campaign, honestly. And so that's kind of my bad, right? Maybe what I should have done is just accepted it and push hard into Rune early on. But this is the problem with Dorwinion. Dorwinion's a really tough faction, I think, deceptively. In the early years, you've got, again, a pretty easy time. That said, it's not super easy. You've got to deal with Dale somehow, and you've got, theoretically, the Easterlings all around you, too. Probably the better first move, I don't know. If I'd established myself in Rovanion early, maybe that would have been better. But it feels like you need everything you've got to go against Dale and to take that early. So that is nice, but then you've got, the problem is I can't really fully exploit it because we've got this Dwarven army right here that is just not moving. So I tried the little bait maneuver, but because of our war status, they're not able to respond to it with this army, so they're stuck, which is unfortunate. And Erebor is just, they've got a third unit here, I think, right? Somehow, despite population growth falling. So we've got that. We've got Dale, effectively off in one province, not doing too much. But I need them to still exist, right? Because otherwise it's just up to rebels here to hold against the menacing tide of Tharbad or whoever is in the west. So if we lose Framsburg, we've got another front to fight, right? So it feels like you may as well keep a faction here. That complicates any move I want to make down here. So yes, I could theoretically take this army down here and swoop it down, but if I leave Framsburg unguarded, or leave it in the hands of Dale, they can move over here at the worst possible time, as they will, and attack me in Hjorth when I'm trying to do something in Oldford. So we made a good faith attempt at getting off into the west, getting to the Anduin Vales. I thought we could pull something together between this episode and the last, maybe get the dwarves to pull out from their settlements. They haven't. They've continued just to grow stronger, and the Reunited Kingdom is doing fairly well. Now, I don't think they'll hold all these places. And, honestly, one thing that I could, again, do is just, kill North Rune completely, start developing these provinces, and then go into Rune. Because they don't have that much. They've got a couple of stacks that are milling around near Berez Doom, wondering what to do. They're trying to get over here. They're calculating, right? And this is not very strong, so we could beat them. But we are at the slog point of a badly strategized Dorwinion campaign, where through misfortune, through, fate, whatever you want to call it, through bad decisions, I have now gotten myself where it feels like there's just a lot of big multi-stack battles to fight again and again and again. And if the Bjorning battles are any indication of what we're in for, it's just going to be so much worse with the Reunited Kingdom and Rohan. These guys are tough. So I feel like I want to call it there. Now, maybe there's something I'm not seeing about this. And so if you want to call me out, call me a coward, tell me, get back in there, champ, you can do it. Then I will listen. I will maybe consider this. If I get some people, telling me to keep going with it, I'll consider it. But at this point, I'm feeling like feeling like maybe calling it here, because here's what I'm thinking. Let's actually we'll do a save. We'll overwrite that, and I want to get to the main menu because there's a couple of factions we have left on the roster. Right, we've given Dorwinion a good shake. We've shown how you can get to the mid game, and maybe some things not to do. But there's a few factions we haven't really explored here. We've done the elves and the dwarves. I was just taking a look at the playlist so far. We've done Harad. You know, some of these campaigns we've not like finished, but we've gotten to like a good point, or we've gotten to a point where like this one we're kind of like, okay, I can't deal with it anymore. We've done Harad. We've done the Reunited Kingdom. We've done Adunabar, although this was kind of a gimmicky campaign, I will say. It wasn't really a campaign. It was killing the elves. That's what we did with Adunabar. So I would like to revisit them in like a proper campaign. We have done Harandor, we've done Tharbad, we've done Rohan-ish, Rovanion, now we've done Dorwinion. We started off my channel with a Chiefdom of Rune campaign, although this was maybe even before the game was fully realized, or maybe there had been a patch. So, you know, I personally want to give these guys another shot. I don't know if that's something anyone wants to see. We've given North Rune a shot. We've given Dunland a shot. We've done a gimmicky kind of campaign with Khand. So these two, like, I could revisit at some point, maybe down the line. But there are, I think, 3 factions we really haven't tried at all. And that would be Far Harad, the Bjornings, and Dale. Now, we've just been in the Dale region. So I'm thinking what I want to do for my next 4th Age campaign would be Far Harad. This would be, in my view, a very fun campaign to try. I think in a lot of people's opinion, this is an extremely hard faction, and they can be hard, but I like them, and it would be fun to play them again just to get a different change of scenery. They are very satisfying to use. And you can get some kind of cool new stuff in some of the more up-to-date versions of the mod. So I think this would be where I would go next. Maybe at some point we would do like a Dale campaign, and then maybe give Khand like a real serious play, and then do the Bjornings, and then maybe wrap it all up with a proper Adunabar run. And maybe that's how I would sort of handle the playthroughs of all the factions. You know, giving all of them kind of a proper shake, getting up to the good units. You know, maybe getting close to victory, or actually winning, or losing, or deciding that it's not worth continuing. That type of thing. Let me know what you think. Regardless, do you want me to continue with Dorwinion here? Is there something I'm not seeing, or do you think it's safe to call in the towel? Whatever you think. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care until then.